Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight on our Summit Health Live. Um, I'm very excited to be here with you all because we're going to talk about something that I absolutely love, and that is movement outdoors. We're going to talk about the importance of getting movement outside over the summer and how it can be just a really nice break from the monotonous gym routine. So we'll talk about why is it important, and then what are some ways that you can start incorporating outdoor workouts into your routine, and just some things to take into consideration when you are taking movement outdoors. It has been raining like crazy here in Colorado, which is really, really rare, like 10 days straight of rain, which is so weird. But hopefully, those of you in Minnesota are all enjoying your sunshine. I've heard it's been really hot, so if you're going to be sweaty anyway, you might as well make it fun and make it work for you. Um, Summertime really is the perfect season to break free from doing all of our workouts indoors. We've been cooped up all winter long, working out inside, still working really hard, but this is a really good opportunity to get out of that and enjoy the beauty of the outdoors. It's a time to get moving, connect with nature, go on some adventures. So while it's not only fun, it's important to prioritize movement, outdoor movement during the summer. Um, First and foremost, getting movement outside allows us to soak up some sun in addition to looking tan, which I don't really know what that's like, but I've heard it's really nice. Um, in addition to that, we also get to absorb a lot of our much needed vitamin D. This is good news if you're like me and you don't get to be tan, you still get the benefits from being in the sun. Vitamin D is essential for our bone health, immune system, and just overall well being. Plus, spending time outdoors can actually boost your mood, it can reduce stress, and it can increase your energy levels. I've even found that it can help you sleep. So, if you're somebody who has a hard time sleeping, especially in the summer when temperatures are kind of all over the place, getting outside helps you to sleep a little bit better. Um, so there's a good reason to go get some fresh air. When people say that, like, why don't you just go outside and get some fresh air? Take a break, go for a walk. That's actually a pretty legitimate tip a lot of the time. There's a lot of benefits that come from doing your workouts outside, getting your vitamin D, getting some fresh air. Another incredible reason to embrace the outdoors is that nature is a playground. Depending on where you live, you probably have hiking trails and bike paths, you might have lakes, you might have mountains, and so many other things. My personal favorite outdoor toy is mud. I love just playing in the mud, getting dirty. It's fun. But there's something for everybody. If you don't like elevation or you don't like hills, there's flat walking paths, there's trees, there's grass. There's something for everyone outside. You can still enhance your physical fitness the way you do inside, but you'll also stimulate your senses. You'll be in a better mood and just take a break from your daily routine, which probably takes place inside for the most part. Summer is also a great time to make memories with people who you love and who might not come to the gym with you. I'm blessed because my spouse and my parents and a lot of my friends love to be at the gym with me. However, there are a lot of people that I love to spend time with who will never ever step foot in a CrossFit gym, and that is completely fine. But even though they don't want to CrossFit, they might be up for a hike or beach volleyball or a bike ride. Even if we're bike riding to breweries, it's still better than nothing. And these experiences not only strengthen our relationships, I don't know if you've ever almost died on a backpacking trip outside with your acquaintances who then became your really close friends, but I have. So not only do you strengthen relationships, you're also getting really close to people and you're promoting healthy habits. And a lot of these experiences can be done with your young kids. You can't always have your kid running around with you in the gym, but they can ride their bikes with you, they can go on a walk with you, they can learn a new sport with you outside. So not only are you getting to spend time with them, but you are promoting an active lifestyle and spending time, teaching them to spend time outside. The more you do this with them, the more likely they are to keep these habits long term. Last benefit to why we should work on moving outside, we can't overlook the positive impact that outdoor movement has on our mental health. I'm sure we have a handful here who attend a yoga class a few times a week. Pick up your mat and go do one of your yoga practices in your yard or at the park. Instead of walking or running on your treadmill, do your run or walk along a scenic route in your town, whether it's a park or just running downtown, somewhere that is visually appealing to you. And even if your workouts still take place mostly in a gym, you can do your cool down outside. Practice some meditation. Do your normal movement. Doing your normal movement outside can have a remarkable effect on reducing anxiety, boosting creativity, and improving your overall mental well being. So, let's prioritize our mental health this summer and make an effort to get outside. You don't need to be outside every day, but just pick a few things that you normally do and try and do them outside. Now that we know why outdoor movement is so important, let's move on to a couple practical tips to help you make the most of these warm months. Tip number one, set goals and create a plan. Decide on a few activities that you want to try out this summer. I would suggest picking one that you already do, an activity you already do, and moving it outside, and a new one. So if you are somebody who regularly swims laps at your local indoor pool, try the outdoor pool. Um, and then if you don't normally go hiking or your family does, popcorn nights or something like that, add in a hike instead of watching that one extra episode. Go for a walk, pull the wagon, just do something outside, go play in the yard. If your family normally does an ice cream night once a week, instead of driving there, just ride your bikes. And then for something new, you could try out a new sport like tennis or golf if you haven't done those before, and just learn something new. Pick your activities, a new one and an old one that you're bringing outside, and make a schedule and then commit to it. If you're somebody who struggles when it comes to committing to things like this, recruit a buddy and make it a regular appointment. Every Friday morning, I'm going to go for a walk with Linda. Or every Tuesday night, I'm going to go play pickleball with Cody, whatever. Just have fun, and have somebody there to help hold you accountable on those days where it might be easier to just stay inside. Tip number two, and this is a really, really important one that a lot of people forget when we start doing outside movement, is safety. You need to stay hydrated and protect yourself from the sun. I don't want anyone passing out because they decided to do their workout in a 110-degree paved parking lot, instead of the air conditioned gym that they have available to them, and you forgot to drink water. Fill up your water bottle. If you're going to be outside for a while, probably pack a second water bottle. Apply sunscreen regularly, and in situations where it makes sense, maybe wear sunglasses or a hat to help keep the sun out of your eyes. Safety should definitely be a priority when enjoying the outdoors. You've got cars driving by, you have weather to deal with, you have wildlife. If you're going to be in the mountains, you're going to come across some wildlife. So there's lots to think about, lots to take into consideration. So don't do yoga next to a tree during a thunderstorm because you had a plan and you're committed to it. Take care of yourself. Think about your safety of your surroundings. Take care of your skin, take care of your eyes, and stay hydrated. Tip number three, explore local parks and trails. Go somewhere that you haven't been to before. You don't need to travel very far, usually, to find some sort of hidden gem near you. Get online and research parks and trails nearby. I personally use an app called All Trails. It's a free app, and you can pick a trail based on literally anything. It can be difficulty, proximity to your house, if you want to do a loop or you want to do an out and back, um, what kind of terrain you want. Do you want shade? Do you want elevation gains or not? Can you bring your dog? Are there cool birds on the trail? Like anything you can think of. You can find a trail on there that might be different than what you have normally walked or hiked or biked. And even if it's a trail that you're familiar with, you might be able to appreciate it in a different way, knowing I'm here to get some movement in. It's a great way to discover new places and connect with your community. Tip number 4, make it a social thing. I know I've mentioned this a little bit so far in this talk, but invite friends and family. If you normally go to happy hour with a friend, see if they would be willing to go for a walk. You can still go to happy hour, you could do both. Make it a social thing. Be able to connect with your family. If that's not something that you want to do or that's available to you, you can also join a local group or club for your preferred activity. If you live in a smaller town, it might be something like a run club, and that's all there is. But if you live in an area that's a little bit larger, you can try different things. There's a group for everything. There's this app that I know of called Meetup, and you find people literally doing any activity that you enjoy. Two of my friends met during a flag football meetup group and now they're married. So, sharing these experiences with others not only adds to the fun, but also provides accountability and motivation. And you could make new friends. If you've never played golf before, go to the driving range and meet somebody new. Last tip, number 5, which is very closely related to number 1, but it's important, so I'm going to say it again. Try something new. Summer is the perfect time to step out of your comfort zone and give something new a try. Not every activity is going to be the perfect fit for you. You might try rock climbing and be like, this is absolutely not for me. But there are so many options. If running on a sidewalk or biking down a mountain is not your thing, try frisbee golf. Join a kickball league. Go hit golf balls at the range, like I said, and just be okay with being a beginner and enjoy the process of learning something again. As adults, we generally get pretty nervous about learning new things in general, but especially learning a new physical task because it puts us in a really vulnerable position. Accept that vulnerability, be a beginner, and learn. Find a buddy and learn it together. A lot of us had never picked up a barbell until we were adults in a CrossFit gym. It was weird and scary, but you figured it out. And learning new sports or new activities outside is the same way. I promise you'll have fun. If the first activity you pick is not your thing, just try something different and keep going until you find somebody fun to enjoy the process with and a new sport or activity that you really enjoy. We're keeping it short tonight. Thank you all again for tuning in. Have an amazing summer, and I will see you outside.